Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and today got this really unique bike that was built by a local mechanic, backyard BMW mechanic who had 6 classic BMWs, and I bought 3 of them. This bike right here, as my friend Ted Smith, who built some AMA Concourse winning, AMA Concourse the Elegance winning BMWs, would say this is a classic Bitsa bike. It's been made of pieces from one bike and another bike. The front end is off a Japanese Enduro bike. He converted this to an Enduro, and it has a really cool kind of a Marlboro Man look to it. These are classic Coney shocks, which are really going up in popularity and getting harder to find. But it's got long travel suspension front and rear. It's got a mag wheel from an 80s BMW. It's a 74 R90 frame with a 77 R100 engine block with 900cc cylinders. So the wiring harness is mostly handcrafted, homemade. It works great. I've ridden the bike a bunch of times. It's been through the service department here, and the bike fires right up, has electric start, runs great. I'll demo it for you. It has a custom seat, has a motocross style seat. Just a really cool bike. Everybody has seen it. We posted a couple of videos on our Facebook page. Everybody got a kick out of it. It has a motocross style bars on it. Has I think a Japanese speedometer on it. Actual mileage of the bike is unknown. We don't have a title for the bike. We're selling it just with a bill of sale. Connecticut's a non-title state. We just went through the bike, put a brand new battery on it, and cleaned it up. But the previous owner, being a mechanic, had just changed all the fluids. It has brand new oil in it, in the engine, in the transmission, in the rear drive, and the mid drive. So all 4 fluids are perfectly good. The inside of the tank is not perfect, but it's good, clean, serviceable. There looks like original paint on the tank. He put some kind of a home paint job on the fenders with a little bit of gold glitter on there, which is not necessarily my cup of tea, but if you want to take this bike and finish it and put a parasitic car paint job on it or whatever you want to do, you have that option. So let me fire it up for you. I'll demo it, bring it inside, and give you some more information on it. This is the on-off switch for it right here. That's a handmade or homemade setup, and it's got electric start switches right here. So you just push this button, fires right up, and it actually has one of the original carbs had an issue, so it has 2 left side carburetors on it, which doesn't affect the function at all, but it actually runs great. The exhaust, he told me he thinks is a hooker header. I'd like to do a drive-by on the street down there with this too. We could. So I'm going to demo this for you. It's a lot of fun to ride. It turns heads. Custom homemade 2-in-1 exhaust on it. It's got a real nice exhaust though. The 900cc bikes are really hauled ass. It's definitely a man's bike. This is the Marlboro man's bike for sure. I don't know what's in this engine, but this thing hauls ass, and it's a lot of fun to ride, and you can ride it off-road. It's got Enduro tires on it, so I wouldn't hesitate to ride this bad boy to Alaska just the way it is. But then again, I am a little crazy, so it's just a fantastic old classic bike, and it's a 900, so it's got a lot of balls. So it'll go faster than I want to go, that's for sure, on Enduro tires anyways. That was 5th gear coming down here, and it's just beautifully. The rear brake doesn't work very good. I think it needs some rear brake pads. I'm not really sure. The front brake works good. You know, these BMWs are really going up in value. I think the NADA is like $7,800 on this bike. Our reserve is much less than that. We'll let the market determine what it's worth. You know, it's not perfect. It's, you know, cosmetically could use a paint job, and it is a bits of bike made of different components, but it's a really cool, unique. Good luck finding one like it. I mean, it's a one of a kind. So come on inside, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. I've never seen a classic BMW do a wheelie like that. I just want to demonstrate the turn signals work, right and left. The headlight. The headlight, you got to turn the ignition switch one more time to get the headlight. High and low beam work. And the rear brake light. The rear brake light work. So all the lights work on it. It has only 2 idiot lights on it. Horn works. Front turn signal. Just a really cool, classic, antique BMW. Runs like a top. These bikes are notorious for going hundreds of thousands of miles. Parts are plenty available for it, and you can take this bike any direction you want with what you decide you want to do with it. But there's a low reserve. Like I said, we'll let the market determine what it's worth. I have had a lot of fun riding it, and this thing hauls ass in the higher RPM. We did a compression test on it. The right side cylinder has 10 pounds less than the left. I'm not really sure why. But I thought I'd point that out. Here's the NADA value, $7,855 in excellent condition. Very good is $4,235 and good is $2,680. I can tell you this, the guy who built this bike did the frame up construction of it. I'm sure he had over 100 hours labor between building the motor, setting up the custom front end, the shocks, the rear rim. And you never get your money back out of building bikes like that, but the custom saddle, which is really unique. So these motors are, you know, known for their reliability, and this is a good running engine, so I don't see any reason why it won't last a long time. So I'll walk around the bike and point out a few things. The Coney shocks, custom exhaust. It's a 2-in-1. He said he wasn't sure, but he thought it was a hooker header. And it has a handmade manifold right here connecting the front headers to this custom. I've never seen one before. I don't even know what model muffler that is. Foam air filters, we just cleaned those. Brand new battery. Carbs are tuned perfectly. They're super clean. The guy was a mechanic, so I knew what he was doing. Again, homemade wiring harness on this. It's all new wiring on it. Everything seems to work. Not a matching numbers bike. It's an R100 engine and an R90 frame. Handles great with these long travel forks. They seem to soak up everything in the road. And man, I was just doing 80 miles an hour down the street on it with no helmet on. That was probably kind of stupid, but bike's all there. It's unique and rare, and it's almost an antique now. It's a 1974. So if you have any questions on the bike, give us a call. Let's see, one other thing I wanted to point out on the engine, on this side right here, the cover for the engine, on 2 out of the 3 BMWs he had, he didn't put that cover on the top. You like to leave it open for whatever reason. If you want to put one on there, you can. You'd have to move this starter assembly. But again, it fires right up, runs great, and definitely a conversation piece and a head turner. So with that, if you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We're here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I think to buy an old BMW like this and to build it into an enduro bike like this is a lot of work and a lot of time. It's done, and you can buy it and enjoy it. I'm sure it's an investment that'll hold its value. These are really going up in value. So with that, I will fire it up and park it in the museum for everybody to drool on until it goes to its new home. So good luck bidding on the bike. And we'll fire this baby up. God bless America.